like I was saying, those collections stay on it for 7 years, and then they turn it over to another collection agency, and you get the pattern I'm speaking of. It stays with you for life or until you file bankruptcy, which I don't recommend for anybody. But I also want to go back to the relationship aspect of things. I just want to drop a quick note about women who are in relationships that they're not happy with, and they constantly complain about it, and they're like, I heard Cat Williams say they're waiting on them to upgrade. I kind of feel if you're not going to stretch out and reach for something more, then don't complain about the person you've got. Like I said, Cat Williams did say, don't be a 60% type person out there looking for 100%. You know, if you want 100%, be 100%. So it's not, these guidelines are not terms of being shallow. Being shallow is like, I only date this type of person, they have to look this type of way. That's more in terms of shallowness. But you have to know what lays a good foundation and what lays a cracked foundation. And I also want to say, I kind of feel like I had a friend tell me one time, you know, if I can be established career-wise, I don't have a criminal history, I have a house, why can't they? Exactly, why can't they be established if you're established? So that's why I said 100% person looks for 100% significant other. And another issue I want to address is how was this person in prior relationships? I know not everything is open book. Everything shouldn't be open book. Not everything's supposed to be broadcasted, what happened in past relationships. But if you know this person beforehand and you know they're a habitual cheater, they're probably going to cheat on you too. I mean, let's just be real. They're probably not looking for love the same way you're looking for love. They may tell you that, but like I said, don't get sold on talk. Talk is cheap. Actions prove a lot more worth. And if you know they're a habitual cheater, don't think you're Superwoman and you have the power to change people, because you don't. Think about who has the power to change you. Probably nobody but God. And that's the same perspective for them. Love is not a cure or for anything or anybody. It's just a supplement of life. That's how people should look at love. It's just a supplement. It's a vitamin, so to speak. But especially if somebody is abusive to you or cheats on you within the first 3 months, it should be a red flag. Ladies, don't stay in this relationship. You don't have the power to change people. And same with drug habits. Does this person have drug issues? Are they addicted to, cocaine, heroin? To me, marijuana is an issue. I know a lot of people out there will argue, marijuana is not a drug. But if you're smoking 6 blunts a day, every day, and that's all you do, it's a drug. I don't want to be with somebody like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of you ladies don't want to be with somebody like that. It's not attractive. I don't know where you're going to get a job unless you use somebody else's, urine, but that's a whole nother subject. But people go into relationships with people who say, well, I had a drug history or a drug past. I'm not saying, again, like people can't change, but I am saying an addiction is a disease, and it takes counseling and treatment to cure those people. It's not going to be an act of your love alone that's going to save somebody like this. I see it as a red flag, and ladies, I wouldn't continue in a relationship like that. And I also want to address another problem for relationships is religious views. It's important to be eye to eye with religion, especially if you have children. Say y'all really hit it off and you have children later down the line. You're Christian, your significant other's Buddhist. You might have some conflict of how you want to raise your children in that, and some people like me, I'm just spiritual. I'm non-religious. I'm not Christian. I'm not Muslim. I'm not Buddhist or any of the sort, but prayer is important to me. It's important for that to be the center of my life and my relationships. It's very important, and some people who are Christian, it's very important for their spouse to come to church with them. It's going to cause some conflict later on down the line if you're not seeing eye to eye as far as religion and spirituality is concerned. And also another issue that people kind of leave out is the issue of children. For me personally, I'm not saying I don't like children, but I don't want to date people with children, because children add another dynamic to the relationship I'm personally not ready for. If I don't have my own children, I'm definitely not ready to deal with yours. But like I said, some people, that it's not an issue. Children's not an issue. But if you're a person who does not want children, and this person does or already has children, and you don't want them, it's going to cause conflict. And if it's the other way around, it's going to be the same issue if you want children and this person does not. Also, adoption is another thing that does not get talked about. Is adoption optional for some people? For some people like me, I want to adopt. I don't want to personally have children. That's another issue that needs to be discussed and needs to be up in the air, that I feel like is really, really overlooked. And the number one thing I see women get sold on, like I said before, is talk. Talk is really, really cheap. It's I can call a hotline, XXX hotline, and hear what I want to hear from anybody. And it's like they get caught up in, what they told them. Oh, I'm going to take you on a cruise. I'm looking for my wife, looking for my husband type thing. They sell you on these dreams, and you get all excited. And a lot of women say, well, this person, they don't recognize my worth. I'm always doing for them. I'm doing for them. If you ever heard the term chivalry is dead, it's because women killed it. And we have slaughtered it. It is done. It's over with. It's gone because we permitted it to do so. You heard the term, why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? It'd be like that sometimes. Lack of better words, it's like that sometimes. But backtracking to definitely don't get sold on talk, because anybody can talk. Get excited when you're on the cruise. Like, get excited when they put a ring on your finger. Get excited, after the action has happened, then you get sold on it. Don't get sold on talk, ladies. Talk is really cheap, and life is too short to be piddling away with people who are not worth your time. But like I said, I highly recommend, especially women our age who are single, who do not have children. Even if you are single, you have children or whatever, it's not like I'm not talking to you, but I kind of feel if you're an independent woman right now, continue to be independent, be strong, and be by yourself, and continue to work on the dreams and aspirations. Like I said, love is a supplement. Love is never going to substitute the things you want in life. It never will.